Hello there guys, welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today we're busting open Sparks' European Colonial Militia. This is the starter set, and did we say this is slightly more expensive? This one was around about 55 or 54?
Yeah. Because of the cavalry.
Because of the cavalry, yeah. So this one comes with 18 models, but as we said, it's because of the cavalry, of which you get 4. You get 1 mounted commander, which I'm assuming is going to look beautiful once we actually bust it open. 8 European soldiers, 4 cannon crew, and then a piece of field artillery as well. Yep. Cool, and you'll also get the card stats, as you always do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pass this one over to Sparks. And Sparks is going to show it all off to you guys. I'm just going to make sure that it's still recording. Other than that, it's all on Sparks, because he knows what he's talking about.
So, quick card with some example lists.
Cool.
Stats for some of the things in there.
Which is exactly what we've seen in the other boxes, isn't it?
For me, that is useless.
Because you take special troops, isn't it?
I'm using them for French Canadian Militia, so...
Right, yep. So that card's dead to you.
Yep.
But it's nice if you're buying it as the starter that it's meant to be.
Indeed. So, first for these models...
That cavalry is ridiculously beautiful.
2 parts.
So I'm going to just get this up close. Hopefully the camera's going to play ball. There you go. Look at that. Like, the amount of detail on the faces of these models is fantastic. Anytime I go too far away. Yeah. Let's look at that horse. That horse, brilliant. I really like the fact that the legs are sculpted onto it as well.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it like any more difficult to paint or anything like that.
Nope.
Exquisite detail. So we're going to move on because we could stare at that for hours, but we've got more prettiness.
We've got the cannon crew.
Yep.
So, have you already done the Pirates one, yeah?
We have looked at the Pirates crew. Is that the same crew?
So, yes, it's the same crew.
Yep.
It's just as a land force, you don't have ship cannons, you get field guns instead. So, we get a field gun in this set as well.
Yes.
So we've already seen them before.
Go, yep, we've already looked at those guys. I think that one went up a few days ago.
Contemplative.
I
Guy
love
with a pipe
that guy.
And guy holding his nut testicles.
Yes. Like, whoever sculpted that had other things on his mind.
Should I light the fuse?
Oh, a wild Vince appears.
With moist brownies.
They're the best kind.
Oh, we have a cannon.
And this is a field cannon because these are land-based models.
Yes, they are. So, 4 parts.
Almost juicy.
Tiny little light gun.
Oh, there you go.
It looks so diddy.
It does look so diddy.
I know, that's awesome.
I'm sure it's particularly effective in game though, especially in the hands of Sparks. Again, like, I know I say it constantly, but the detail on them is ridiculously good. It's so fantastic.
Not a flashing spokes, but it seems very thin. That'll pop out with a quick knife.
Yeah, easy enough. And even just like one of the triangular files or something will get that out easy enough.
And with the way that the cannon's built, it sits on rather nicely. So if you either have some already like I do, or if you decide to buy a packet of medium cannons, the medium cannons will sit on there as well.
So it's the same frame?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's them. Stick them away.
If you don't glue the cannon in, does it balance nicely?
It's usually pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so you could just get the one frame and just interchange them.
So, we have 2 boxes of these, but these are the European Musketeers.
The European Musketeers, yep.
These are generic soldiers.
And like you said, you get 8 of them, so you get the same model twice. Yeah.
So,
let's have a look.
take your pick.
And I'll go with this guy first, because it's the one I was eyeing up on the box.
So, 2 very similar sculpts of each, but they are different.
Alright, so
you've got 2 aiming and 2 at the ready.
Yes.
But they are slightly different.
Again, exactly as we were saying before, though, they have so much sort of life to the models. Even like the ready guy, he doesn't just look like he's in a standing pose.
Yeah.
He looks like he's ready, waiting for something to lunge towards him, or waiting for a ship to pull up beside them, etc. That's such a nice model. And even little things like all those detailings on there.
Yeah, all the powder cartridges.
Yeah.
He's covered in them.
You were not exaggerating. All down the back, all up the front. Again, little bits of flash, but nothing like particularly strenuous for the purposes of cleaning them up.
Until we get to these ones. Oh.
The Dragoons.
Yeah.
Now, are these flash heavy?
A little bit, because they're multi-part and they're that heavy that the box is falling apart.
Did you say there were 4 parts per model? Is that right?
It looks to be like that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you've only had a cursory glance at this stage, haven't you? Cool.
So we have, once again, same as the Commander, we have the horse.
Yeah, with the legs.
separate part.
Now, are these each individual sculpts?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, is that including the horses as well?
Yes, the 4 horses are separate.
See, again, like even compared to, if you compare it to, say, old Games Workshop Fantasy, your horses, you just got, like,
Biggest problem I
horse.
have with these is that the Commander's kind of trotting along, and then that guy is just a badass. Fully rearing up.
With them... Now, did the horse have a specifically... That's heavy. Yes. Did it have a specifically big mane or anything on the other horse that means you couldn't swap them?
Commander, is that?
So there's not a great deal of difference, is there, if you wanted to use that instead as your Commander?
Just whether or not...
Will it fit?
It'll require some pinning, I think.
Yeah, let me
Because
slide
it doesn't quite fit so well.
That's a bit of a shame, but your level of modelling skill, that's not going to be an issue for you, to be honest.
Probably not.
But yeah, I can fully see that as the better horse. Could it be just the model itself's going to need pinning whichever horse it goes on, or is it?
Possibly. Well, that guy's got reins in his hand, although it's surrounded by a bit of flash as well.
Yeah. That's really cool.
We have another rider.
Yeah.
Another one, drawn pistols.
Yeah. Obviously, pistol will need a bit of straightening, but that's next to nothing.
I don't think it does. I think it's just.
Yeah, is he meant to be? Ah, yeah, he's like pointing it down.
Yep.
You can tell by the positioning of the
I think
wrist.
this is the rearing up guy who fits much, much better.
Ah, yeah, you can tell by obviously the way he's posed and stuff.
And drawing his sword over his shoulder.
Yeah, you're definitely going to end up just having to use that on that one, aren't you? Cause...
The extra parts for these are one of the extra.
Now, did you say these? I was going to say these are optional upgrades, aren't they?
Well, some of them are. Some of them I think are just extraneous detail. But we have the horse carbines.
Nice. And are these going to be used? Will you definitely be needing those on?
I don't think so. I have enough for long range shooting in my French force that extraneous detail like that, I see the points.
Yeah.
That's my militia. And then we also have the sheets.
They are really cool. And they will have to go on.
Quite possibly, I don't know where they attach yet because I haven't had a look. But if I'm honest, a lot of these, they've got a little point where they connect, but I can't see where they connect without looking at the blocks art. So I might even be able to leave them off. Just for ease of pin as well.
Does it not go on the top half of the models? So on the torsos?
Potentially.
Potentially. I don't know. I can't see.
But it's nice that you get them.
Yeah. That's the thing, I'm always a big fan of any time that you get extra stuff that you can choose to put on or not. I'm not always the biggest fan of when you have to have them on. But like this, it makes perfect sense with optional upgrades and stuff like that.
I mean, there's a couple areas that look as though there might be a loop for something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's nothing special.
I find in a lot of those cases, once you undercode it, you're like, that's where it should have gone.
Yeah.
You know, like when you spend hours cleaning up a model and then you undercode it and you go, except that giant mold line down the side of him.
Yeah, that I try to remove twice.
Yeah. Last one? What are we looking at here?
The last one there is just the other box.
So that's the same as, yes, it is, you're right.
So 8 soldiers.
Cool. Now, Again, it's a little bit more expensive, but that's because the cavalry's big, chunky models.
Yeah, and the field gun as well.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of pewter there, and then of course, like you said, the field gun as well. I mean, I think they're really, really good. I think maybe they made a slight mistake by not having the commander's horse being like slightly more impressive. But
I understand the reasoning behind that.
The way that
like
other models posed, it makes
the
sense.
boss, he's sitting around commanding everybody.
I suppose, yeah, we're looking at it from like this kind of sort of 40k-ish perspective, I guess, where the commander looks all
Where this guy's a badass, so...
Yeah, whereas a lot of the commanders in actual war stood back, giving orders, telling people what to do. So it makes perfect sense from a historical point of view, and that model is fantastic.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to seeing that painted up. I'm not going to play Sparks, because those cavalry are apparently horrible.
They're not horrible. We fixed them.
I was going to say they were, weren't they?
We fixed them.
And he came across the board and wiped my unit out before they even moved.
Yeah, and that's why we fixed them. Because you were not the first I did that too.
But no, I mean, you're the person who bought this. Would you say it was value for what you get?
Oh yeah, definitely. I bought 2 of them, so...
Yeah, so you've definitely got a fondness for them. I'm looking forward to seeing them on the table. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you get some paint on them as the only other person other than me who paints. Well, no, Nate paints, but his models are beautiful, so they take forever.
Yeah, so do mine as well. I haven't got much of my Blood and Plunder stuff painted.
Yeah.
It's just what I've needed to do demo games.
That's because you're like me and you get distracted by every new shiny thing that comes out. You know you do.
If I don't feel like painting it, I won't paint it. Otherwise, I'll just hate the model and never use it.
That's why I'm currently painting up orcs at the moment, because I was doing a commission for Dark Eldar and I just was losing the will to live, so I'm like, I'm painting some orcs. Just to break up the monotony.
So I will need to paint some of these because we plan on doing some demo games.
There's a tournament that's coming soon as well.
The tournament doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No painting requirement for that. We're planning on going to a trade show and doing a few demos. We did
Oh,
this year
right.
as well.
Cool. Is that something we're going to cover at all on the channel?
I don't know.
If
You want to come to the trade show?
You want to cover it?
I think we'll certainly have to have a ponder down, especially if you guys are doing some demos.
Yeah. So with the new sets out, I'm going to take my old demo army, I'm going to strip some things out and put the cavalry in because...
It's a nice new mechanic to show off.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I think it's an absolutely awesome kit. I'm not sure how it would fit in with what I'm using, but I'm going to try and make them fit. Because
there's plenty of army lists. If you're going specifically for like a pirates and privateers one, you'll probably not get them because you can't put horses on boats.
Yeah, makes sense.
But if you're like me and you're using predominantly land-based stuff,
yeah,
you can put cavalry.
Well, I mean, what I want to go for is I'm doing unaligned,
Yeah.
and I want it to be. It was a former Spanish captain who is disgraced and is now piratey, and. So it's going to not really... Yeah, it's going to be more piratey stuff. It's going to be less... It's certainly not going to be horses.
Well, if we have a look through the book, there's plenty of different factions in there, and you might find one that takes your fancy more.
That is a fair point. I'm basing everything I know off just reading the first book, so...
Basically, I'll pick French for the first book, because when everybody was picking up stuff, French was the only one that nobody picked. So I'll pick French instead. But now I've got the French. My French militia, French expeditionary forces in the new book, and the Canadian militia. I'm going all in on Canadian militia. I've got proxy models lined up for French Canadian Rangers, just big ass units of Grizzly Adams with bilock muskets.
Nice. Now, at the moment, we've only done one game so far, but we're definitely going to cover a lot more. And again, yours is the only other faction that's camera ready, really, isn't it?
Well. To a small level, yeah.
Yes, to a level that we can play some actual games. I think next game that we play is going to be covering all of the rules, as opposed to we did a very basic version before, so we left out some stuff. But yeah, we'll probably get you actually on camera because you can probably use the French better than I was using them. Because
I don't know, you won, but then again you played Nathan.
Yeah, it was brilliant watching just two people roll ones constantly. The only game when nobody...
have to get some of the ship battles in as well because the ships are beautiful.
Yes, I think we have got a video coming up where we show off all the ships, haven't we? Or at least a percentage of them. Or at least that's the plan because we all love ships. Possibly. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here because these are beautiful and we've got a book to read. In fact, we've got lots of books to read because they all just came at once, as you guys saw from the video. If it's the first time on our channel, definitely check out some of our other videos. We're really going heavy on Blood and Plunder at the minute, especially with the new expansion. Give us a like because I don't know. Why not? Doesn't cost anything. Click a little like button. Makes us feel good. Makes you feel good that you made Hobo feel good there.
I always feel good.
You always feel good. This is true.
It's Liam that needs the eagle.
It's because Alan's not here, so I'm stealing all the eagle.
To grow more tentacles. Everybody knows that.
He's trying to grow that other eye back.
That's never happening. He's just going to grow a tentacle out of where the eye was. Ooh. He's going to look so nurgle by the end. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Pray that God's hope smile upon you and say goodbye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.